Have you noticed that some strange and different things have started happening in your life recently? Small signs that seem too coincidental to be mere chance? What if I told you that these signs aren't coincidences, but rather direct messages from the universe warning you, Libra, that a major financial transformation is about to arrive? In this video, I will reveal 12 clear and undeniable signs that God is preparing a powerful release of wealth and abundance for those born under the sign of Libra. And you need to pay close attention because ignoring these warnings could cause you to miss the exact moment when the doors of prosperity will open. You know that feeling that something big is coming, but you can't quite explain what? That intuition that wakes you up in the middle of the night with an inexplicable certainty that better days are coming? This isn't just your imagination, my dear Libra. The universe is working behind the scenes of your life, arranging encounters, preparing opportunities, and moving invisible pieces so that abundance comes to you in an abundant and lasting way. Many Librans are experiencing a very special moment right now, even if they don't fully realize it yet. While some signs are obvious, others are subtle and require you to pay close attention to the details of your daily life. And that's exactly why this video exists, to open your eyes and show you that you're not alone on this journey, that the divine plan for your prosperity has already begun to manifest, and that each sign I'm going to reveal here is a confirmation that your time has come. Stay with me until the end because the last sign is so powerful that it will give you goosebumps and the absolute certainty that wealth is knocking on your door at this very moment. Sign 1. You feel an inexplicable peace even amidst financial difficulties. The first sign that God is about to release wealth for you, Libra, is something that may seem contradictory at first glance, but it is extremely powerful when you understand the profound meaning behind it. Have you felt a strange, almost inexplicable peace, even when you look at your bank account and see that the numbers aren't what you'd like? Even when bills pile up and the financial situation seems tight, is there a tranquility within you that doesn't make logical sense, but is there, firm and constant? This peace that defies all human logic is the first clear indication that something divine is happening in your financial life. When God is preparing a great financial blessing for someone, He first works within that person. He calms the heart, removes devastating anxiety, and instills an unshakable certainty that everything will be all right, even when all external circumstances say otherwise. This supernatural peace acts as a kind of emotional and spiritual preparation to receive what is to come. It's as if the universe is telling you, relax, trust, because I'm taking care of everything behind the scenes. Librans are known for seeking balance and harmony in all areas of life, but when it comes to money, this pursuit often turns into constant worry and fear of the future. If you are feeling the exact opposite right now, if you are experiencing a deep calm that you can't even explain where it comes from, pay attention. This is the universe working within you, preparing your heart and mind to receive abundance without fear, without guilt, and without the feeling that you don't deserve it. Many people miss out on financial blessings because they are so consumed by anxiety and fear that they fail to recognize opportunities when they arise. They are so focused on the problem that they don't see the solution right in front of them. But you, Libran, are different now. You are calm, centered, and confident, even without apparent reason. And do you know what that means? It means you are spiritually aligned to receive. Your heart is open, your mind is receptive, and your energy is vibrating at the frequency of abundance. When you feel peace amidst financial chaos, you are sending a powerful message to the universe that you trust the process, that you believe better days are coming, and that you are ready to receive everything that has been promised to you since the beginning of time. This peace is not passivity or conformity. It's not about giving up on fighting for your goals or working hard for what you want. It's exactly the opposite. It's about having the spiritual wisdom to understand that there is a greater plan unfolding, that your actions are important, but that there is also a divine force working in your favor, opening doors that no human effort could open alone. So if you have felt this deep peace, this tranquility that doesn't match your current financial situation, celebrate. Give thanks. Recognize this sign for what it truly is. Confirmation that God is about to release wealth into your life in a way you never imagined possible. Sign 2. People from the past begin to reappear in your life. The second sign that wealth is about to arrive for you, my dear Libra, is something that many people consider coincidence, but which is actually far from being a work of chance. Have you noticed that people from your past, those you haven't seen for years or who had simply disappeared from your life, have started to reappear out of nowhere? It could be a childhood friend who found you on social media, a former coworker who called you for no apparent reason, or even a family member who was distant and suddenly got back in touch. These reappearances are not random, and you need to understand the profound spiritual meaning behind these encounters. When God is preparing a great financial transformation in someone's life, He often uses people as instruments of that transformation. He reconnects relationships, reopens doors that seemed closed forever, and arranges encounters that will result in opportunities for prosperity. These people who are returning to your life now are not appearing by accident. They are part of the divine plan for your abundance. Perhaps one of them will bring a business proposal you never imagined. Perhaps another person will introduce you to someone who will completely change your financial situation. Or perhaps one of these people will simply share information, an idea, or a connection that will be the key to unlocking the wealth destined to come to you. Librans are naturally social and deeply value relationships, but they also tend to let important connections slip away over time, whether due to shyness, fear of bothering others, or simply because life has taken each of them down a different path. Now, the universe is bringing these people back at exactly the right time because they have a specific role to play in your journey towards prosperity. Pay attention to every conversation, every reunion, every unexpected message you receive. Don't dismiss any of these connections as unimportant. Often, the financial blessing you're waiting for won't magically fall from the sky. It will arrive through a person, a contact, a referral, or a partnership that begins precisely with these reunions happening now. The universe works through people, and when you are destined to receive abundance, God moves the hearts of others so that they remember you, so that they get in touch, so that they bring exactly what you need at the exact moment you need it. Furthermore, these reappearances also serve as a form of emotional and spiritual healing. Perhaps there are old resentments that need to be resolved before you can fully receive the wealth that is coming. Perhaps there are forgivenesses that need to be granted or requests that need to be made. The universe knows that for you to vibrate at the frequency of total abundance, you need to be at peace with your past, and that is why it is creating opportunities for you to close cycles, resolve pending issues, and release negative energies that were holding you back. Each person who reappears brings with them a lesson, an opportunity, or a blessing in disguise. Your mission is to be open and receptive, without hasty judgments and without closing doors before even knowing what is on the other side. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Now let's continue with our video. Sign 3, you have vivid dreams about money, gold, or abundance. The third sign that God is releasing wealth for you, Libra, comes through the world of dreams, that mystical portal where the conscious and unconscious meet, and where divine messages are transmitted symbolically and powerfully. Have you been waking up in the morning with a clear memory of dreams where money, gold, jewels, abundant harvests, or situations of plenty appear prominently? These dreams are not mere products of your imagination or reflections of repressed desires. They are direct messages from the spiritual plane informing you that prosperity is materializing, and that very soon it will manifest in the physical plane of your reality. Since ancient times, dreams have been recognized as a sacred language through which the divine communicates with humans. When you dream of abundance, of money coming to you, of full coffers, of fertile fields, or of any symbol of wealth and prosperity, the universe is literally showing you what is being prepared behind the scenes of your life. It's as if you were receiving a trailer, a preview of the film that is about to unfold in your real existence. Many Librans have recently reported extremely vivid and detailed dreams involving positive financial situations. Some dream of receiving unexpected money, others dream of finding hidden treasures, and there are those who dream of celebrating important financial achievements. Each detail of these dreams carries a meaning, a clue about how and when wealth will come to you. If you are someone who normally doesn't remember your dreams or who rarely dreams about material matters, but suddenly started having these dreams repeatedly and intensely, this is even more significant. It means that the message is so important and so urgent that it is breaking through the normal barriers of your consciousness to reach you in any way possible. The universe is shouting, not whispering, that your financial transformation is happening now. Pay attention also to the feelings that accompany these dreams. Do you wake up happy, excited, with a sense of accomplishment and gratitude? These feelings are as important as the dream images themselves, because they indicate that at the deepest level of your being, you are already vibrating at the frequency of received abundance. You are already emotionally experiencing what will still manifest physically. This emotional alignment is crucial for wealth to flow to you without internal blockages or resistance. Some Librans have also dreamed of spiritual figures, angels, guides, or departed loved ones, and these presences appear in dreams bringing messages of encouragement about financial matters. They say things like keep trusting, it's coming, don't give up now, or simply appear symbolically handing over something valuable. These dreams are even more powerful because they represent a direct connection to the spiritual plane, where there is no linear time, and where what is destined to happen is already a concrete reality. Even if you don't yet see significant changes in your bank account or material situation, the fact that you are dreaming of abundance indicates that, on an energetic and spiritual level, wealth is already moving in your direction. It's like when you place an order online and receive confirmation that the product has been shipped. You don't yet have the product in hand, but you know for sure that it's on its way and that it's only a matter of time before it arrives. Your dreams are that confirmation. They are divine notification that your request for abundance has been processed, approved, and is being delivered. Sign 4. You feel an itch or tingling in your hands. The fourth sign that wealth is about to be released to you may seem strange at first glance, but it is one of the oldest and best-known indicators of money arriving in mystical and spiritual tradition. Have you been experiencing unexplained itching in your hands, especially in the palm of your right or left hand? Or perhaps a tingling, a different sensation, as if energy were passing through them? This physical phenomenon has a profound spiritual meaning and is directly connected to the arrival of money and financial opportunities. In various cultures around the world, itchy hands have always been interpreted as a sign of monetary movement. When the palm of the left hand itches, it traditionally means that money is coming to you, that you will receive something unexpected. When the palm of the right hand itches, it may mean that you will need to spend money or that you need to be attentive to investment opportunities that will arise. But regardless of which hand has this sensation, the important thing is to understand that this is a physical sign that the energy of abundance is moving around you and through you. Hands are instruments of action, work, creation, and receiving in the material world. It is through your hands that you perform tasks, build things, give and receive. When there is a different sensation in your hands, especially a persistent itch with no apparent physical cause, it indicates that they are being energetically prepared to handle more money, to receive more abundance, to work on more profitable projects. It's as if the universe is activating the energy channels of your hands so that they can become greater receptacles of prosperity. For Librans, who are naturally creative people who value beauty and aesthetics, hands have even greater importance because it is through them that they often express their artistic talents, make fair and balanced agreements, and manifest in the physical world what they imagine and plan. If your hands are experiencing these different sensations now, it means you are about to use them in an even more powerful and profitable way than you have been using them so far. Perhaps you will sign important contracts very soon. Perhaps you will create something with your own hands that will become a significant source of income, or perhaps you will simply extend your hands and receive what the universe has been wanting to put in them for so long. Don't dismiss this physical sensation as something medically unimportant, especially if you've already seen a doctor and there's no physiological explanation for the itching or tingling. When the body speaks through symptoms that medicine can't explain, it's usually because there's a spiritual message trying to reach you through the only language we're sure you'll pay attention to: physical sensation. Your body is wise and connected to the subtle energies of the universe in ways your conscious mind often can't perceive. Itching in your hands is your body warning you, alerting you, preparing you to extend those hands and receive what is being offered. Some people report that the itching intensifies when they are about to receive good financial news, when they are close to closing important deals, or when a lucrative opportunity is about to present itself. It's as if the hands become a kind of spiritual sensor, an abundance detector that warns in advance when money is near. If you are one of those people whose hands seem to have this special sensitivity, consider it a gift, an additional tool the universe has given you to better navigate the material world and to know when to act and when to wait. Sign 5. Repeated numbers constantly appear in your life. The fifth sign that God is releasing wealth for you, dear Libra, comes through one of the most fascinating and direct ways the universe uses to communicate with humans: numbers. Have you noticed that certain numbers appear repeatedly in your life in a way that seems impossible to be coincidence? Perhaps you look at the clock and it's always 11 and 11, or 2 and 22, or 3 and 33. Perhaps car license plates, phone numbers, purchase amounts, or documents show repeated numerical sequences that capture your attention almost hypnotically. These numbers are not appearing by chance. They are coded messages from the universe, clear signs that you are on the right path, and that abundance is rapidly approaching. In sacred numerology and the spiritual understanding of numbers, sequences like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, and so on are considered master numbers or power numbers. They carry high vibrational frequencies and appear in people's lives precisely when great transformations are about to happen. When you see these numbers repeatedly, especially when you're thinking about money, your financial goals, or your material situation, it's a direct confirmation that your thoughts are aligned with the reality being created for you. The universe is literally saying, yes, keep thinking that way, keep believing, because what you're imagining is about to materialize. For Librans who have a natural connection to patterns, symmetry, and balance, repeated numbers have an even more special meaning. You are people who appreciate harmony and proportion, and repeated numbers are the ultimate expression of numerical harmony. Seeing these sequences is like receiving confirmation that the universe is working in perfect order and symmetry to organize your financial life in a balanced and fair way. Each specific number also carries its own meaning. The repeated number 1 speaks of new beginnings, leadership, and the manifestation of thoughts into reality. The repeated number 2 speaks of partnerships, cooperation, and balance, something very important to Libra. The repeated number 3 connects with creativity, expansion, and growth. The repeated number 4 speaks of solid foundations, stability, and building a firm base for prosperity. The repeated number 5 indicates positive changes, freedom, and lucrative adventures, and so on. When you start paying attention not only to seeing the numbers but also to which specific number is repeating, you receive even more detailed information about how and when wealth will come to you. Some people also report seeing numbers that have personal significance to them, such as birthdays, important address numbers, or values that mark special moments in their lives. When these personal numbers start appearing frequently, it indicates that the universe is using your own history, your own memories, and your own life milestones to send you personalized messages. It's as if God is speaking in your particular language, using references that only you fully understand. Don't ignore these numerical signs. Don't dismiss them as just your mind seeing patterns where they don't exist. There's a reason why, out of all the thousands of possible numerical combinations, you keep seeing the same repeated sequences. Your subconscious is being magnetically drawn to these numbers because there's a message there waiting to be decoded, an important warning about the financial transformation happening right now in your life. Sign 6. Opportunities arise from unexpected places. The 6th sign that wealth is being released to you is something that may be happening right under your nose without you realizing the magnitude of what is occurring. Have you noticed that strange opportunities, coming from completely unexpected places, have begun to appear in your life? It could be someone you barely know offering a job proposal, an idea that arose from a casual conversation transforming into a real business possibility, or seemingly random circumstances aligning in a way that creates an open door to financial gain. When God is about to release wealth into someone's life, He often uses paths that the person would never imagine. Because if He only used the obvious and expected paths, you might confuse divine blessing with ordinary personal effort. Opportunities that come from unexpected places carry the unmistakable signature of the divine, because they clearly show that there is a superior intelligence organizing your life in ways that you could never plan or manipulate on your own. For Librans who often tend to carefully plan each step and expect things to follow a logical and balanced script, these unexpected opportunities can initially cause discomfort or distrust. You might find yourself thinking, this is too good to be true, or is there a catch? This natural caution of your sign, which seeks to evaluate all sides before making a decision, is positive, but it cannot turn into paralysis or fear disguised as prudence. When a genuine opportunity appears unexpectedly, it always brings with it an inner feeling of recognition, a kind of click that happens in your heart saying, this is for me, I need to pay attention to this. This inner feeling is your spiritual guide confirming that it is not a trap, not an illusion, but rather a door opened by the universe specifically for you. Often these opportunities come disguised as requests for help. Someone approaches you asking for a favor, wanting your opinion on something, or requesting that you use your skills to solve a problem. And it is precisely through this act of service, this moment of generosity where you offer your knowledge or your time, that a connection is formed and a financial opportunity is born. The universe loves to test our willingness to serve before entrusting us with greater riches, because it knows that people who use their resources for good are people who can be entrusted with abundance without that abundance corrupting or transforming them. Other times, the opportunity comes through an apparent mistake, a deviation from the original plan, something that seemed to be going wrong but was actually leading you exactly to where you needed to be. You lose a job and this forces you to consider paths you would never have considered otherwise. You fail to close a deal and this leaves you available just when another, much better deal appears. You are late for an appointment and this delay leads you to meet someone who becomes a key player in your financial rise. What seemed like bad luck on the surface was actually the universe adjusting your course so that you wouldn't miss the great blessing that was reserved for a specific moment. The key to seizing these unexpected opportunities is to maintain an open mind and a receptive heart. Don't discard an idea just because it doesn't fit into your plan. Don't ignore a proposal just because it comes from an unexpected source. Don't let a possibility pass you by just because it seems small or insignificant at first. Many of the greatest fortunes began with humble opportunities that were recognized and embraced by people who had eyes to see beyond the obvious. Sign 7. You feel an irresistible urge to organize your finances. The seventh sign that God is releasing wealth for you, my dear Libra, is something that happens at the level of your behaviors and inner impulses. Suddenly, out of nowhere, you felt an urgent need to put your financial life in order? You started to feel the urge to organize documents, review expenses, make spreadsheets, research investments, or simply better understand where your money is going. This sudden impulse is not a random idea that popped into your head. It is the universe energetically and practically preparing you to receive a larger amount of money than you are used to handling. When you are about to receive abundance, you need to have adequate structures to accommodate that abundance. Imagine you live in a small house and suddenly someone tells you they are going to send you beautiful and valuable furniture as a gift. The first thing you would do would be to organize and clean your house, create space to receive this new furniture, perhaps even renovate some rooms so that everything fits perfectly. The same principle applies to your finances. When the universe is about to bestow greater values upon your life, it first awakens in you the need to prepare the ground, to create order in chaos, to establish systems that will allow you to manage what is to come effectively. For Librans who have a natural tendency to procrastinate on difficult financial decisions, or to avoid confronting money problems for fear of the emotional imbalance this may cause, this sudden impulse to organize is particularly significant. You who may have avoided opening bank statements or postponed making a household budget because it caused you anxiety, suddenly find yourself not only willing but almost compelled to do exactly these things. This shift in energy doesn't come from you. It comes from above. It's a divine intervention that is removing the psychological and emotional blocks that prevented you from having a healthy and conscious relationship with money. This financial organization that you feel compelled to undertake also serves another important spiritual purpose. It demonstrates to the universe that you are ready, that you are a responsible steward, that you can be trusted with more. One of the spiritual laws of abundance states that those who are faithful in little will be placed over much. When you demonstrate the ability to manage the resources you already have well, even if those resources are limited at the moment, you are sending a powerful energetic message that you are prepared for higher levels of prosperity. Furthermore, the act of organizing your finances often reveals opportunities for saving, renegotiating debts, eliminating unnecessary expenses, or redirecting resources to more productive areas. It's as if you are clearing clogged pipes through which abundance needs to flow. Every canceled bill that no longer made sense, every expense reduced through better negotiation, every small saving identified through conscious analysis. All of this opens up energetic and practical space for new money to enter and remain in your life. When you organize your finances, you also gain clarity about your real situation. Often people avoid looking at money because they are afraid of what they will find, but most of the time the situation is not as bad as anxiety makes it seem. Even when the situation is challenging, having clarity about it is infinitely better than living in uncertainty and fear. Knowledge is power, and financial knowledge is the power to transform. So, if you felt this urge to organize, to plan, to better structure your relationship with money, don't ignore it. This is the universe preparing you to receive. Every spreadsheet you create, every account you review, every conscious decision you make about your money is a brick in the foundation of the temple of abundance being built for you. Sign 8. You started receiving small amounts of money unexpectedly. The 8th sign that great wealth is on its way is something many people don't notice, because they are so focused on waiting for the giant transformation that they don't value the small signs that precede it. Have you been receiving small amounts of money in unexpected ways? It could be an unexpected tax refund, money forgotten in an old pocket, a late payment that finally arrived, a surprising discount on an important purchase, or even someone returning a loan you had borrowed so long ago that you had given it up for lost. These small flows of money are not isolated and meaningless events. They are tests, they are training, they are harbingers of the avalanche of abundance that is forming. In the spiritual world, there is a principle that says, before entrusting great riches to someone, the universe sends small blessings to see how that person reacts, how they manage, how they give thanks, and how they relate to what they receive. If you show genuine gratitude even for the smallest amounts, if you manage even the most limited resources well, if you maintain an attitude of abundance even when you receive little, then you prove that you are ready to receive much. These small, unexpected sums of money are like free samples that the universe is giving you. Small proofs that the tap of abundance is being opened little by little before gushing forth completely. For Librans who appreciate justice and balance, these small but unexpected financial returns have an additional meaning. Many times you have already done good, helped people, contributed generously even when your own finances were tight, and now the universe is beginning to restore cosmic balance in your life. What you planted in times of scarcity is beginning to germinate and bear fruit. It may not be the complete harvest yet, but these are the first fruits, the first signs that the season of plenty has arrived. How you react to these small financial blessings is extremely important. If you complain because the amount is small, if you disdain it because you expected more, if you spend impulsively without gratitude or planning, you are sending a message to the universe that you are not yet ready for more. But if you celebrate even the small things, if you give thanks with the same enthusiasm you would for a large sum, if you manage even these smaller amounts wisely, you are telling the universe you can send more. I know how to honor and care for what I receive. Furthermore, these small, unexpected flows of money also serve to break a very common limiting belief: the idea that money only comes through hard and predictable work. When you receive money in ways that don't involve your usual salary or your traditional methods of earning, you expand your awareness of the multiple ways in which abundance can flow to you. You begin to understand that the universe has infinite resources and infinite paths to get money into your hands. This expansion of consciousness is essential so that you can receive the great wealth that is being prepared, because if you believe that money can only come from one or two specific sources, you limit the channels through which abundance can flow. Many people have missed great financial opportunities because they were so fixated on receiving in a specific way that they didn't recognize when the blessing arrived packaged differently. Don't be that person. Be attentive, be grateful, and be receptive to all the ways money can appear in your life. Sign 9. Your creative ideas are more intense and frequent. The 9th sign that God is releasing wealth for you, dear Libra, comes through your creative mind, that magical place within you where ideas are born and possibilities take shape. Have you noticed that your mind has been teeming with ideas lately? Thoughts about new projects, insights on how to solve problems, creative visions of products or services that could be offered, sudden inspirations that arrive at the most unexpected moments. This explosion of mental creativity is not random. It is the universe downloading information directly into your consciousness, planting seeds of lucrative projects that will germinate and bear fruit very soon. When you are destined to receive wealth, this wealth often doesn't simply come as a prize falling from the sky, but rather as ideas and inspirations that, when implemented, transform into sources of income. The universe gives you the idea, gives you the energy to execute it, gives you the right connections at the right time, and gives you the necessary resources for everything to materialize. But it all begins with that mental spark, that sudden inspiration that makes you think, this could work, this could be something big. For Librans who are naturally creative and have minds geared towards aesthetics, harmony, and beauty, this period of intense ideas can manifest especially in projects related to art, design, consulting, mediation, or any area that involves creating balance and harmony for others. Their ideas may be related to beautifying spaces, creating products that bring more lightness and beauty to people's lives, offering services that help others find balance, or developing businesses based on fair and mutually beneficial partnerships. Whatever the specific area, the important thing is to recognize that these ideas are not just coming from your head. They are being inspired, whispered, planted by a superior intelligence that knows exactly the path of least resistance to bring abundance to you. The problem is that many people have these brilliant ideas but do nothing with them. They let the inspiration pass, forget to write them down, convince themselves that the idea isn't good enough, or simply procrastinate until the creative energy dissipates. Don't be that person. When an idea comes to you with force, clarity, and an inner feeling of excitement, you have a spiritual obligation to at least explore it, research it, note the details, and share it with trusted people who can give you feedback. Even if you don't have all the resources to execute the idea immediately, the simple act of honoring it, paying attention to it, and starting to plan initial steps already sets in motion universal forces that will conspire to make that idea materialize. A creative idea executed, even imperfectly, is worth infinitely more than a brilliant idea that remains only in the imagination. The universe cannot bless what does not exist on the material plane. It needs you to take the first step to put something in motion to demonstrate faith through action. And when you do that, when you act based on the inspirations you receive, it's as if you are saying to God, I trust in what you have sent me, I will honor this message with my action. And it is precisely this attitude that opens the heavenly floodgates so that resources, people, and opportunities are released in your direction. Sign 10. Old obstacles begin to resolve themselves. The 10th sign that wealth is being released to you is almost magical to witness, because it involves problems that seemed impossible to solve suddenly beginning to unravel without apparent effort on your part. Have you noticed that complicated situations that have long blocked your financial progress have begun to resolve themselves in unexpected ways? It could be an old debt that suddenly became negotiable under much better conditions, a legal process that was stalled and suddenly moved in your favor, a problematic relationship that was draining your energy and finally came to a conclusion, or any other obstacle that seemed like an insurmountable mountain but began to crumble piece by piece. When God decides to release wealth into someone's life, He first removes the blockages that would prevent that person from fully receiving or properly enjoying the abundance. It is useless to put clean water in a dirty cup. First, the cup needs to be cleaned, emptied of what is old and contaminated, so that it can then receive the new with purity. Your life is going through this spiritual and practical cleansing now. Things that held you back in the past are being resolved. Issues that were robbing you of your peace of mind are finding closure. People who were draining your energy without giving anything in return are naturally leaving your path. All this is happening not because you suddenly got better at solving problems, but because there is a greater force working behind the scenes, removing obstacles and preparing the fertile ground where the seed of your prosperity will germinate. For Librans who often carry the weight of unbalanced situations, trying to correct and harmonize them, even when it costs them dearly, this automatic problem-solving brings immense relief. You who may have spent years trying to balance a complicated financial situation, mediate a conflict affecting your resources, or resolve an injustice that harmed your earnings, suddenly realize that the pieces are falling into place on their own. People who owed you money are starting to pay spontaneously. Companies that owed you refunds are finally processing your requests. Contracts that were in dispute are reaching favorable agreements. It seems like magic, but it's divine justice in action. This phenomenon is also related to the spiritual concept that you cannot enter a new season of life carrying the heavy baggage of the previous one. The universe is lightening your load, resolving your pending issues, closing old chapters so that you can begin the new chapter of abundance with lightness, freedom, and all your energy available to create and prosper, not to remedy and put out fires from the past. Many Librans will especially notice that toxic or unequal relationships, which drained emotional and even material resources, begin to dissolve in ways that don't cause the drama you feared. People simply drift apart naturally, agreements dissolve amicably, or you finally find the courage and clarity to establish healthy boundaries. All of this is preparation. When you are about to receive abundance, you cannot be energetically tied to situations of scarcity or to people who vibrate at the frequency of poverty and complaining. You need emotional, mental, and practical space to accommodate the new reality that is arriving. If you notice that old problems are resolving themselves with surprising ease, don't question it. Don't wait for the other part to fall. Simply give thanks, acknowledge the divine hand working in your life, and prepare to receive what comes after this cleansing. Sign 11. You feel a deep gratitude even before receiving. The 11th sign that wealth is being released to you is perhaps the most powerful of all, because it transcends external circumstances and reveals a profound transformation happening within you. Have you felt an inexplicable gratitude welling up in your heart, even before seeing concrete changes in your bank account? An anticipatory joy, a feeling of inner celebration, as if you have already received what is still on its way. This emotional state of prior gratitude is one of the surest indicators that you are vibrating at the correct frequency to receive abundance, and that its materialization is imminent. There is a powerful spiritual law that says, what you are grateful for multiplies. When you can feel gratitude not only for what you already have, but also for what is coming, you are exercising an advanced level of faith that dramatically accelerates the manifestation of what you desire. It's as if the universe responds to your anticipatory gratitude by saying, if you are already celebrating, then let's give you even more reasons to celebrate. Gratitude is not just a passive emotion of recognition. It is an active force of magnetic attraction. When you feel grateful, you automatically put yourself in a state of perceived abundance, even if your current material situation doesn't yet reflect that. You move out of a scarcity mindset and into a mindset of sufficiency and abundance. And it is in this vibrational frequency of sufficiency that wealth can flow freely to you, because there is no resistance, no fear of loss, no desperate attachment that repels what you most want to attract. For Librans who naturally appreciate the beauty of small things and have a special ability to find balance and harmony even in challenging circumstances, this deep gratitude can manifest as a renewed appreciation for aspects of life that you may have taken for granted. You look around and suddenly realize you have a roof over your head, food on the table, people who care about you, reasonable health, and these simple things that previously seemed insufficient now fill your heart with genuine joy. This awakening to the abundance that already exists in your life is the first step to attracting even greater abundance. You cannot receive more while you are bitterly dissatisfied with what you already have. The universe interprets this chronic dissatisfaction as ingratitude, and ingratitude shuts off the taps of abundance. But when you can be genuinely grateful even for little, you are saying to the universe, I recognize and honor everything you have given me so far, and I am ready to receive even more with the same grateful heart. This anticipatory gratitude also acts as a powerful emotional anchor. In moments of doubt, when the rational mind tries to convince you that nothing will change and that you are being naive and waiting for better days, you can return to this feeling of deep gratitude and reconnect with the certainty that something greater is happening. It's like having a precious secret kept within your heart, a truth you know not through external evidence but through internal revelation. Many people report that in the days or weeks immediately before receiving significant financial blessings, they went through a period where they simply couldn't stop giving thanks. Giving thanks upon waking, giving thanks during the day, giving thanks before going to sleep. As if gratitude overflowed from within without effort or conscious intention. This spontaneous gratitude is the heart recognizing, before the mind, what is about to manifest. If you are experiencing this state of deep gratitude now, even without obvious reasons, know that you are on the threshold of a great financial transformation. Sign 12. You had a synchronistic encounter that changed your perspective. The 12th and final sign that God is releasing wealth for you is something that combines several elements from the previous signs into a significant and transformative event. Have you recently experienced an encounter, a conversation, a situation, or a revelation that fundamentally changed how you view your financial possibilities? It may have been a casual conversation with a stranger who told you exactly what you needed to hear at that moment. It may have been a book that fell into your hands seemingly randomly, but contained information that revolutionized your understanding of money. It may have been a video, a podcast, a dream, a message received at the right time, or any other type of experience that made you think, this was not a coincidence, this was orchestrated specifically for me. These synchronicities are the fingerprints of the universe in your life. They are undeniable evidence that you are being guided, led, and prepared for something specific. When you are about to enter a new phase of abundance, the universe intensifies these synchronicities as a way of confirming that you are on the right path, that you should continue to trust, and that you are not alone on this journey. Each synchronicity is like a divine signpost saying, keep going in this direction, you're almost there. For Librans, these synchronicities often involve encounters with people who bring balance, justice, or a new perspective on partnerships and financial collaborations. It could be someone who introduces you to a fairer and more balanced business model, someone who teaches you to better value your work, or someone who simply makes you realize you were settling for less than you deserve. This synchronistic encounter acts as a catalyst, accelerating internal transformation processes and removing limiting beliefs that were blocking your prosperity. The most interesting thing about these synchronicities is that they often come disguised as ordinary things. They aren't always spectacular mystical experiences. Sometimes it's just a phrase someone said that echoed in your mind for days. Sometimes it's a small detail that caught your attention and led you to a chain of thoughts and discoveries. The universe speaks through the ordinary transformed into the extraordinary by the conscious attention you give it. When you are spiritually attuned, when you are paying attention to the signs, you begin to realize that nothing is truly random, that there is an invisible fabric of meaning connecting apparent coincidences in a coherent and intentional pattern. These synchronistic encounters also serve to connect you with people who will be part of your journey to prosperity. It could be a future business partner, a mentor who will teach you valuable lessons, an important client, or simply someone whose story of financial overcoming will inspire you to believe that you can too. The universe rarely works alone in people's lives. It uses other humans as instruments, as bridges, as messengers. And when you are destined to prosper, it arranges specific encounters with the right people at the right times. If you have had one of these encounters recently, a moment where you felt that it was much more than chance, where you realized you were receiving an important message through a person or situation, pay close attention. Review the conversation, recall the details, try to understand what specific message was being transmitted to you. Often, these synchronicities carry practical instructions on what to do next. They give you clues, directions, next steps. Don't ignore these guidelines. They were placed in your path for a reason. Acting in accordance with what these synchronicities show you is a way to actively cooperate with the divine plan for your prosperity. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. My dear Libra, we have reached the end of this revealing journey through the 12 signs that God is releasing wealth for you very soon. If you recognized 1, 2, 3, or even all of these signs happening in your life right now, it's no coincidence. It's confirmation. It's proof that you are entering a completely new phase of your existence, where abundance will flow in ways you can't even imagine yet. Each sign I shared with you today is like a piece of a larger puzzle, and when you put all these pieces together, the picture that emerges is clear. You are being prepared to receive financial blessings that will transform not only your bank account, but your entire relationship with money, prosperity, and deservingness. The inexplicable peace you feel, people from the past reappearing, vivid dreams filled with abundance, itching hands, recurring numbers, unexpected opportunities, the urge to organize your finances, small amounts of money arriving, intense creative ideas, obstacles resolving themselves, the profound gratitude you anticipate, and synchronistic encounters. All of this is happening simultaneously, not by chance, but because the universe is sending multiple confirmations that your time has come. Now I want you to do something very important. Don't let this knowledge die here. Use it. Act on it. When you recognize the signs, you have a responsibility to honor them through your actions. If you felt the urge to organize your finances, organize them today, not tomorrow. If unexpected opportunities have appeared, investigate them seriously. If you've had creative ideas, start executing them, even if it's just the first small step. If people from the past have reappeared, reconnect with them genuinely. If you felt gratitude, express it daily through a conscious practice of gratitude. The universe sends the signals, but you need to cooperate with the plan through your actions. Faith without works is dead, as the old proverb says. You can believe with all your heart that wealth is coming, but if you do nothing, if you remain passive waiting for everything to magically happen without any movement on your part, you are wasting the opportunities that are being placed in your path. Be an active participant in your own blessing. Remember also that abundance is not just about money in the bank. It's about a balanced, harmonious, and fulfilling life in all areas. When wealth arrives, use it wisely. Use it to create more beauty in the world, to help other people, to build lasting legacies, to realize dreams that go beyond material consumption. As a Libra, you have the natural ability to use resources in a balanced and fair way. Don't let money unbalance you or transform you into something you're not. Remain true to your values of justice, harmony, and beauty while you prosper. I want to ask you a question now, and I want you to answer it with complete honesty to yourself. When wealth arrives, are you prepared to receive it with a grateful heart and a responsible mind? Are you ready to manage well what is being entrusted to you? Are you willing to use your prosperity not only for your own benefit, but also to contribute positively to the world around you? If the answer is yes, then you are truly ready, and the heavenly gates will open completely for you. If you still have doubts, work on them now before the blessing arrives. And for those who are not yet subscribed to this channel, I need to ask you something. Subscribe now and activate the notification bell. This channel exists to bring messages like this that awaken, illuminate, and transform lives. Each video is carefully prepared to connect you with profound spiritual truths about your sign, your purpose, and your path to prosperity. Don't miss the upcoming videos that will continue to guide you on this journey of abundance. And if these messages have truly touched your heart, consider becoming a member of this channel. Your contribution, however small, allows this work to continue reaching thousands of people who need to hear these truths. You are supporting not just a channel, but a movement of spiritual awakening and conscious prosperity. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 12 signs did you most identify with in your life right now? Also, leave your birth date so I can send positive energies specifically to you. And if you know another Libra who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. Sometimes we will be the instrument the universe uses to deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. May abundance come to you in an abundant, lasting, and transformative way. May each of these signs be confirmed in your life in an even more powerful way than you imagine. May you have the wisdom to recognize the blessings when they arrive, the courage to seize the opportunities that arise, and the gratitude to celebrate each victory along the way. You were chosen to prosper, Libra. Your time has come. Believe in this with every fiber of your being and prepare to receive everything that is already on its way. A huge hug and see you in the next video.